Bizarre YouTube prank gone wrong leads to the YouTuber getting shot. And this YouTuber does like really dumb pranks and getting into people's faces, pissing people off like complete strangers. So I don't feel bad for the guy basically at all in this type of situation, and we're gonna play the video in a bit. But it's like there's kind of like a general rule in like common sense where you don't harass someone in public that you don't know, right? It's one thing to do it to a friend. It's a whole nother thing to do it to a complete stranger that you have no idea who they are. You have no idea what they're carrying. You have no clue if their mind is there. It's like, don't get involved into something that is going to straight up get you into some serious trouble. So let's check this out. Oh, no, not this one. This is the video right here.
What?
So right here is the YouTuber, this guy with the white hat, and this is just the stranger minding his own business. I think he's like an Uber driver, and so he's just like picking up, or like a Uber Eats driver, so he's just picking up food or something to go and drop it off. So this guy is annoying the hell out of this guy and harassing him.
What's that in?
Now also keep in mind, you have two guys keep walking to this guy's face, like up into his face.
No. Get out of my business like half that. Stop. Stop!
The guy tells him to stop multiple times, then eventually the guy refuses and shoots him in the chest. So, you know. So obviously that's not good to do. But, like, if a guy or anyone feels like they're getting put into, like, against the wall, in a way, right? They're going to get, like, a fight or flight response, and there's only like a few things that can happen, right? So, like, if that guy didn't have, like, a gun, maybe he had a knife, right? Like, same situation, he'd pull out the knife to protect himself because he feels like he's getting potentially attacked, right? Because he has no clue what's going on. He has two random guys coming at him, right? One guy is like literally towering over him. The other guy is like getting into his face and doing something with his phone. So he has no idea what the hell is going on. Just some random dude, right? So, the internet is blowing up over a bizarre YouTube prank gone wrong that ended in court after a delivery driver shot a YouTuber. In April, YouTube prankster Tanner Cook, 21, who runs the Classified Goons channel, was shot by 31-year-old Alan Coley, a DoorDash delivery driver in a shopping center in Washington, Virginia. The incident occurred after Cook harassed Coley in the food court of the Dulles Town Center Mall as he picked up a food order, following him around while playing bizarre audio from his phone. The phone plays the phrase, "Hey, Dip S, quit thinking about my twinkle," multiple times using a Google Translate app. Coley backs away from Cook, telling him to stop 3 times and trying to knock the phone away from his face before pulling out a gun and shooting Cook in the lower left chest. And to be frank, the YouTuber should be lucky that this guy isn't a good shot, because he could have been killed instantly because they were close range. Like, it wouldn't have taken much to be dead in that situation. So the shooting started a panic, with shoppers fleeing what they feared was a mass shooting. And last week, a jury found Coley not guilty of aggravated malicious wounding, siding with his claim that he acted in self-defense. Social media also came out in support of Coley, who has a license to carry a concealed weapon, blasting Cook for harassing a stranger. Coley's defense lawyer Adam Poliard said that his client felt menaced by the 6'4" tall Cook during the confrontation, which was designed to provoke a reaction to draw viewers to Cook's YouTube channel. Poliard said that by pulling such stunts, Cook is trying to confuse people to post videos, and he's now worried that he's scaring people he keeps doing this. And again, like I've seen a couple of his like clips of his like YouTube channel, and a lot of these pranks, like the people that he does it to, get really pissed off because like the guy basically confronts them in a very aggressive manner in these pranks, and so the person's going to feel defensive and like defend themselves, obviously. So it's like it was only a matter of time before someone with something did something. Like some of these YouTubers are just freaking morons. So prosecutor Eden Holmes argued that Coley's shooting of Cook didn't meet the conditions of self-defense and that the prank was bizarre but not threatening. She said that the law required that Coley reasonably feared he was in imminent danger of bodily harm and required that he shouldn't have used any more force than was necessary. The jury earlier sent a note to the judge saying that they couldn't agree on whether to convict him, and after being sent back for further deliberations, they came down on the side of Coley. The jury was split on two lesser firearms charges, acquitting him on the charge of malicious discharge, but convicting him of shooting into an occupied dwelling, for which he could get up to 10 years in prison. So basically, they're not going to get him like on like attempted murder or anything like that. Basically, it's like okay, he acted in self-defense, but he still fired a firearm with like a large population in this area, right? Like in a public mall. So it's kind of weird that they would convict him on that, but I hope he doesn't get much time, if any, maybe just probation or something. But the other guy, again, should just be like praying to God as like a thank you that the guy that shot him didn't have good aim. Cook's Classified Goons channel, which has 56,000 subscribers, features pranks like pretending to vomit on Uber drivers and following unsuspecting customers through department stores. Which, by the way, this is beyond dumb to do, right? For example, let's say that he's doing this to a mom and her kids with the husband there, but the husband's like a little bit away. There's so many issues that could come up with that. Like a dad would probably end up just beating the crap out of him right then and there if he notices that this guy's basically stalking them. Like there are things that you should not do and you shouldn't film yourself doing. Like by the way, the dumbest thing about this whole thing, which made me want to talk about this, is right here. Cook said, the YouTuber, right? He earns $2,000 to $3,000 a month from the channel. So just think about that. So what? Let's see. Let's give him benefit of the doubt. Let's say 3,000. So for $3,000 a month times 12 months is $36,000 a year. So that guy is doing this all this risky pranks for $36,000 a year. That's not really worth it. Now he might be like selling like merchandise, etc., sponsorships, so he could potentially be making who knows, maybe 50,000 a year, maybe even $100,000 a year after like everything's said and done, right? From all the different income sources from this channel. Is that really worth it though? Like you got shot because you're a moron. Like it's just sad. And the guy's going to keep on doing pranks and keep on doing pranks, but it's like you would think that I don't know, maybe you'd learn like, maybe I should lay off this type of prank because I don't know, I got shot, almost killed because I was bugging someone, I was harassing someone. Maybe I shouldn't go down that route. Maybe I should go into like a more like friendly prank that like isn't as crazy as this, where it's not like harassing people. Maybe do like something like fun, or maybe even just like not really script things, but like you could prank someone in a way where it's okay. Where like let's say for like I saw a clip of this where like someone got like did a prank on someone, but they had their boss involved and their wife involved, right? He was the only person who didn't know about the prank. In that type of situation, I feel like it would be okay because you had the like support of other people that are close to this individual that are giving the go ahead kind of thing that could easily calm them down if something were to happen. Like another good example is like let's say like there was a show that used to be super big called Impractical Jokers. You could do stuff like that, right? Where they're kind of like fun pranks, friendly pranks, like kind of gigs or whatever, where it's nothing too crazy, but something super funny and super interesting, right? Instead of like quite literally getting into someone's personal space, making them feel threatened to the point where when they say like, "Hey, stop it, leave me alone," and you don't, they end up shooting you because he's just lucky that one, the person's a bad shot, and this was the only person who ended up doing that because this person, from what I've seen, has done similar stuff to piss a lot of people off when they were doing these pranks. And it's like, you gotta know, like, okay, I should probably lay off here. Because again, they do these pranks to people that they don't know, like, at all. They have no connection to. It's like complete strangers. You gotta be so careful when, like, doing things that could piss someone off that's a stranger. You have no idea what is going through their mind. And it could be someone who has like a heart of an angel, like this random stranger. But they could just be in that one day, in that one moment, with a really bad attitude. And maybe they just got broken up, maybe they just got fired from their job, something. And like so their mind is just not right and like just not good at that moment. And you end up messing with them and harassing them and potentially making them feel like they're about to get attacked or something, it's not going to end well. And again, doing this when you're only making like 2 to 3K a month is stupid, like beyond stupid, because you couldn't even like ease things down by paying the person down. Like, oh hey, like this is like a prank, like I'll pay you, blah 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 blah. Like just like calming stuff down. Like no, like you're doing this for like a small amount of money that some people making potentially like minimum wage now are making. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just completely not worth it. Yeah, this person kind of puts it good. This is a good lesson for everyone. Stop annoying people to make money. If they do not bother you, don't bother them. These pranks aren't even funny. If you're harassing someone for no reason, you get what you deserve. Never trust a man wearing his hat backwards. I'm surprised to see people actually do that still. Note to self: don't terrorize strangers as a YouTube prank. You know what's funny? One of those like one of the videos that are like super big, right? Is the gold digger pranks. Like those are like huge. Like huge. Like they get like millions and millions of views, but a lot of those are scripted. They end up probably hiring like some like OF model or Instagram model who has a big butt or something, or big boobs or whatever, that looks somewhat attractive, kind of blocks the face most of the time, and they end up showing up with like a Lamborghini doing this whole gold digger prank kind of stuff, right? And you see some of these comments, and a lot of these comments truly believe that these videos are true, right? That they're actually legitimate. But a lot of those gold digger pranks are completely fake, completely scripted, and like they get millions and millions of views, potentially making thousands upon thousands of dollars every single video, not just every month. Plus the amount of products that they could push to that large audience. It's like, why not do something like that where you get massive traction, massive views, potentially a lot of money, without really any risk to your body? Hmm. So this was an assault, not a prank. Coley would have been better off using OC spray and he would not have been charged. In the meantime, Cole's father said he was just having fun or some such thing. Yeah, basically, if he didn't use a gun, this would have been super easy for him to potentially get like a slap on the wrist and like have nothing even charged to him. Like if he did have like pepper spray on him and then didn't have the gun and just sprayed the crap out of the guy's like eyes and face and whatever, like spraying the YouTuber's face like to where he couldn't barely even like use his eyes anymore, he would actually be in a better spot than have shot him. Which is kind of like sad because it's like the guy went through the legal process of getting a concealed weapons permit, but then still might end up getting time because he got harassed in a public spot and defended himself at a public spot. So it's a pretty sad thing. Like it sucks that he felt like he had to use the gun in that situation, but that's the problem. And I don't know what state this was in either, which could be a pretty big factor too. Only a matter of time, it will happen to more of these morons. Yeah, that is for sure. It definitely happened to a lot more YouTubers because like the problem with social media or the problem with like these influencers is like they're willing to do pretty much anything to get some sort of traction, to get some sort of attention because they know the bigger their audience, the easier it is for them to like make money, right? You could still make a lot of money with a very small following, but you can make like ungodly amounts of money where you can't even fathom it with a huge following. Like for example, I've seen someone with only like a 2,000 follower base be able to make like 2 million after taxes within 1 year. Like I saw that before with a very very small audience. But I've also seen a lot of influencers with like 50,000 plus followers consistently make like 50 grand a month, 60 grand a month, 100 grand a month because of the affiliate marketing that they have, like them selling a product of their own as well, sponsorships. It gets pretty crazy in this whole like influencer space. There's some people who just make crazy amounts of money and you would not even think about it. But pretty much if you're able to build a following of any sort of size, it's a good amount of money. So even though he might not be making much money from his YouTube, he still has potentially 50,000 plus people that he could be selling a product to. And if that product is like recurring or is a high ticket, he can make crazy amounts of money per month. Like crazy.